was coming back from Kuwait. I'd been over to see the US forces training, who were deployed in Kuwait. And I landed in Los Angeles for 4 days. And on the day that I was leaving, my manager rang me and said, "Oh, what time are you at the airport?" And I said, "Well, I've got to go to the Hobbit premiere in New Zealand, so I'm leaving at 4 o'clock in the afternoon." She said, "Can you go in and read for this show, Arrow, at 11? And I went, "Oh yeah, well I'll have to go from there into the airport." And I said, "Is there a script?" And she said, "No, there's no scripts. Just they'll give you sides when you get there." So I went, and I read this scene that said, the character was called Holloway, it wasn't even called Slade Wilson. And Holloway dropped through the roof of this fuselage behind this guy called Oliver and grabbed him in a chokehold. This was the audition piece. And this guy in Kuwait had showed me a chokehold, one of the special forces guys. And so when I got into the audition, I said, "Can I have the reader come in front of the camera? Can I get him in a chokehold?" And it was the line where I go, "You got 10 seconds to tell me something I believe, kid. I'm gonna cut out your throat box." And so I grabbed this reader in Los Angeles in the casting studio by the neck, and I started squeezing and I went, "You got 10 seconds to tell me something before I cut out your throat box." And his eyes rolled back and he fell unconscious on the floor. I got the role choking out the reader. Legit.
Damn, you want to follow that? How did they hire you after you choked out the guy? That's what I want to know.
I swear to you, I thought I was going to get kicked out. I thought, I said, I'm sorry, and the casting director told the guy to go into the bathroom and wash his face. And I went, "I'm sorry," he said, "No, it was perfect." But you know what, it's funny because I'm playing a military character, right? And I would never have got that role if it hadn't been for these military guys that I spent a bit of time with in Kuwait. Because they actually infused this whole idea that got me into that room and got me into that position. And, so there's a few boys over there in Kuwait from the US military that I need to say, "Woo-hoo, boys."